So what's the longest relationship that y'all been in?
Oh gosh. I'm still in my relationship.
Oh, because
18 years something.
18 years. She got you 18.
I'm trying to think. Damn, it got to be my kid's mom for sure. Shoot, my son's 12. He's probably had to be like.
I bought him that.
I feel like I'm coming out. I feel like I'm coming out to be the villain again.
I don't even know, like maybe like 8, 9 years.
I thought I was gonna do good this episode. Shit.
But
then it was that winter in '99.
I'm a little different though. I never really valued relationships, so I ain't never been in a relationship where I ain't cheated. I ain't never did none of that to where.
You said you didn't cheat.
Nah. Yeah, just because how I was, I don't know, just how I was raised. I never really.
That's what he's saying. He said he don't value relationships. He's usually
I'm changing though.
Oh wait,
I'm changing.
You were cheated?
Yeah.
Cheater.
I didn't hear that. I swear I heard him say.
You heard what you wanted to hear.
Headphones broke.
You heard what you wanted to hear.
Yeah, but
maybe it was what I wanted to hear.
Yeah, but I think. Yeah.
Not Al.
But my mindset is definitely changing though, for sure. Just because I think, and I know why I was that way. For one, young, you feel me, not valuing relationships. How I'm not gonna fear losing something that I don't value in the first place. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna move a certain way. You know what I mean? I know that. To where it's more so one of those things I look back on and I know what I was doing and why I did it. You know what I mean? But
so you're growing.
Yeah, for sure.
How old are y'all?
I'm 34.
Yeah, same here.
Okay.
Yeah, same here. 34. And
how old are you guys?
I know that's hella rude. I'm like, did she just ask y'all? But is that rude?
I think it's.
I don't
know why people think it's rude though.
But no, I mean, I'm like, is it rude? I was just saying because I remember back in the day, people used to be like, you don't never ask a woman how old she is.
Are they women though?
But so what's the difference?
Yeah, man, they're young men. Yeah,
I think it's important because it goes into like mindset.
I want to ask because of what we're talking about.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, you said
I'm 31.
I didn't know we was going down the list.
Why y'all asking?
It's only fair. So
we over 30.
I'm 31.
We all over 30. Yeah. And I think
I'm 36.
Yeah. Look, he still likes how old are you?
I'm like, you're 31 too, or what?
We're gonna find out how they are.
Everybody 31 today, I guess.
Yeah, I'm 31 too. Yeah. No, I'm 36.
But that's important though, because I feel like if you, like, just how you move it, if you pass 30 and you moving how you was moving when you was in your 20s, then it's something going on. You know what I mean?
Right. And we all grow. We learn.
Yeah.
It takes different experiences to be able to do that and really, like I was just telling somebody the other day, I'm like, damn, 20s is a thing that I will never be again.
It's a thing of the past. I love hearing people like evolve though. Either whether it's seeing it in person or hearing it, your great evolution.
Right.
Like, that's what's
I love to see that shit.
Yeah. It's a beautiful
I love to see
thing.
somebody doing something. That shit is just.
Y'all talking about me?
It's real.
Okay. Yeah, but I mean, it sounds real good, but it's a part of it too, where it could be very cutthroat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It could be very like
easy.
like all these things we talking about, like communicating, before you do X, Y, Z. It can be very like, okay, yeah, I see what you say. Oh yeah, it just ain't gonna work. I ain't gonna waste your time. Like being very blunt about certain things and all that type of stuff.
It's not that easy to do for some people.
Is asking about marriage on the first date too much? I had this conversation with some women who are older than all of us, and they were talking about that. Like, I asked on the first date, and I was like,
I don't think so.
At first I was like,
was it a woman or a man?
I can see why it would be, but I wouldn't think that it would because you kind of want to see where you're going with this shit.
Yeah.
So I can see it, but I also see how it comes off too. You know
I'm
what I'm saying?
not proposing to you. I'm just asking you
how you feel about it.
Is that something that you believe in? Because some people never want to be married.
Yeah. So if you do, then that's don't waste each other's time type of thing. Yeah.
So when you married, do you believe in marriage?
I would get married. Nah, I ain't never been married. I would. And it's crazy, and I guess I have evolved, because if you would ask me that so many years ago, I'd have been like, nah, man, that shit ain't for me. But you start to, see benefits of certain things or whatnot. It's not like I'm aspiring to get married, but if I'm with somebody, they making me feel away, and I'm like, man, they can change my perspective on things. And that's why I think a lot of people need to like really figure out what they want and get their boundaries and this and that. Because then you filter in who you messing with. You know what I'm saying? And then, but yeah.
I think the scary part of that is
being married?
No, like trying to find a partner or whatever. It's more so on the women, I think. And the only reason why I say that, because like I said, majority of men really just like, they just trying to they just trying to fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like that. That's
it
always
don't
the
matter
ignition,
how
though.
old-
You know what I'm saying?
It don't matter
It's
how
like
old they are
they may end up wanting to be with you, but
Yeah.
they first thought it's like, I want to talk to her because she's attractive. I want to fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like, oh, look at her. I see myself being with her for the rest of my life.
Right.
It's never that. So I'm pretty sure it comes around. But I'm just saying, like, it's more on the women to be like, okay, what does he really want out of me? What, you know what I'm saying? That's
Kind of
y'all gotta do y'all due diligence.
We need to put the responsibility equally on both parties because I could want to be married, but it really to me just because I'm not about to get on my fucking knees and propose to
Oh, that's the thing. I've seen that on social
not
media.
doing it. So to me,
Have
that
you
means
seen
heck yeah.
You shouldn't
We
have
can
to.
go outside and mop.
You shouldn't have to.
The water out here all day. I'm not doing it. Like I'm not. Like
yeah.
so, the man needs to know like what he wants and what he's looking for because to me that's all that matters. Like I can want to be married. I want to be married, and he's like, I ain't fucking doing that shit.
Yeah.
We're not getting married until like he chooses that this is what he wants, and it's not just don't ask me to marry you because you fucking ill and you lost a leg. Don't ask me to marry you when you feel like all your hopes is lost and you done gained all this fucking weight and the bitches ain't fucking with you outside no more.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna need you to.
What's the
like,
time
to
limit
know.
for dealing with somebody before you?
That's
You
a
should
good question.
know if you want to marry this
That's a
person
good question.
within the least. I think I'm gonna give you 3 years. I'm gonna give you 3 years.
I
But if
agree.
you're actively
I
doing
agree.
the
That's
work
my
to
number.
get to know someone, I think you could know within a year. And it doesn't take for you, to me, to live together to know if you want to.
See, I think so. I think
you
so.
gotta live with
I think
somebody.
you
No,
gotta live with
I
somebody,
think, I
yeah.
think, well, I used to live with somebody, okay? And so I hear the comments. However, I feel like I've dated someone who lived in his own home, plenty of people, they live in their own house, and I'd be like, this would not work. I spent the night over here.
Oh, you say
at
you don't
least
even
10
need
times.
to do
Oh,
it.
I
Gotcha,
I
gotcha.
can.
If you already
Yeah, I
picked
see-
it
yeah, I
up,
see
then
your
that's
point.
different.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
Yeah, I
that's
can
the
get the gist of what life would be like living here and living together. Like, I don't
Gotcha.
feel like I
You don't
need
think it's
to,
like it's gonna
I need
change?
to come and stay with you. Like, no. Because
Yeah.
when I meet you, sir, I'm probably going to have my own shit and I'm not leaving.
Yeah.
Just to come test out this trial. Like,
Right,
I'm not
right.
fucking-
I also think what you've been through with together, like if it's just been all roses and shit and y'all ain't been through nothing, oh yeah, let's get married. But it's got to be some shit happen, and then I want to see how you react. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I want to
Shit,
see how you know what I mean, and that's gonna show your character. You know what I mean?
Yeah, those characters.
But that's where I was going back
But maybe
with the
I can
whole
be
young
3 years,
thing,
though.
though. You know what I'm saying? It's just like y'all haven't even been through shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just like,
Well, for that
It's-
situation,
it's-
we have surely
yeah,
been
yeah.
through some shit.
But I'm just saying, majority of young people just haven't. You know what I'm saying? It's just
Right.
relationships is tricky as fuck, man.
They are.
It's tricky as
And I
fuck.
guess that's why we tried it again. We was like, fuck it. Like,
Let's see. But like you said, y'all was kids, and then now
Y'all got older. Y'all like, okay, let's
yeah.
know.
yeah, let's try
And you're
it
like,
out.
oh, you know what?
I said,
No, this
okay.
Maybe I might like you.
Together, I see you. Let me see.
Got attractive again. Huh?
Yeah. I said, okay. Hey.
Seeing the grown
We
up
did that
him.
shit 6 months the second time around. I said, oh, yeah. Can you, bye. I love you, but we're really good friends now, you know, so.
Yeah. Sometimes
See,
it's
and
better
that's-
that way. Sometimes
That's
it's
what's
better
weird
that
to me too. It's like we're not in a relationship, but now we're good friends. It's like,
Hey,
what the
that's
fuck does
two
that
different
mean?
things.
I mean,
That's two
our
different
parents
things.
feel like, because we have
Yeah.
a son, so
Yeah.
we're able to really co-parent, and not saying that's my
And not
friend. Like I'm
focus
gonna
on
just
the
call
other
him and
stuff.
chop it up.
What
but-
other stuff
I'm
though?
sure he ain't tripping about who she fucking on.
Probably is
Don't
though.
care.
Nah.
Don't care.
It's just that he has no choice.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
It just wasn't.
So,
right.
because I remember we brought that up before. You brought that up. It's like it's the labels thing that changing everything. Because I remember one time I asked somebody. She was like, you know, I stopped fucking with him because he started doing this. But I'm just like, but I'm pretty sure y'all still fuck now too, right? She was like, yeah. I said, so what's the fucking difference?
Right.
Like you still fucking them, but y'all just don't have the labels. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Why couldn't y'all do that when y'all was together? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because
So-
you don't feel the pressure. Like, you still fucking, but then you know, it's almost like babysitting some kids. Like, I could get these kids away, you know, back to their parents or whatever. It's that kind of thing. We could do all the
Yeah.
good shit, but we don't have to be forced to
You don't
go
have to
through
deal
all the
with all
bullshit
the
with
life
each other.
stuff.
Yeah.
Cause my
All the
dad said the
heaviness.
same thing. He was like, "You
Yeah,
still dealing
yeah.
with old buddy?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Well, why don't y'all just get married?" My dad's in this thing of trying to get everybody married. He's like, "Well,
That's
just
me.
get married." And I'm just
I'm
like,
always trying to get
Like,
off
like,
this thing.
He's like, maybe y'all could talk, y'all could, you know, have a conversation. So I was like, I didn't have hella conversations yet. Like, I don't know what's going. He's like, I really thought it would work, and y'all still. And I was like, yeah, I still see him. But
I
then
hate
he
seeing
goes
that too, man.
home, like where he lives,
yeah.
and all that shit he be going through that go, with his family and shit. I don't hear that shit.
Is that a
Do
little?
that.
Is that a little like you get your cake and eat it too type of thing?
That's exactly what that is.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, that
There
cake
you
be
go.
fucking good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's your cake. You got the right to eat the
You know?
motherfucker.
And then I push that fucking plate away and let that other bitch do it.
You know?
Do you think? Let me ask you this though, because I thought about it when you was like, you know, all men that you pretty much just want to fuck, you know, right when they see somebody or something.
I hope that's not the first thing.
So, do you think?
I already thought that though. I think that thought it's like, you look good, I'm interested in you.
I honestly think majority of women do think that. That's the reason. I believe that women walk around acting like they celebrities. Like, and the reason why I say that is because every nigga is literally trying to talk to you. So y'all gotta walk around like, hey, don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Don't talk to me. I got my shades on. Don't look at me. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. So it becomes like, it's like I get it. You feel me? I get it. So you kind of like, you don't know who to weave out. You feel me? And it's just like.
Well, my question was, does that chase ever end?
With men?
Yeah. That's my question.
No, I don't think so.
It don't even happen when they get old.
I think it do, bro.
I don't think
it slow down a little bit.
I don't think. I think that's. I just think it slows down.
And
like I don't think.
I had somebody tell me that I had a client, and she was like in her late 60s, early 70s. She had her shit. Like she had been married, but her husband was deceased, and had her shit all the way together. She was fly, she was whipped. She met this man, and he was at it, wanted to get the old pussy, and she was just like dating him, telling me like, I kind of want to do this, but I'm not sure. I've not been with anybody, since my husband, this and the other. So then he swayed her. He said, come over, make you dinner, have a good time, and she did. Yeah. She fucked him. Do you think that he called her? Do you think he said, hey, babe, you want to have some more dinner? You want to go do this? No. And that old woman was so devastated. Like, I won't ever forget it.
Damn.
Because she had her shit all the way together. It's not somebody that's thirsty. She's been married. All this stuff she's accomplished, chilling. And then this old-ass motherfucker says, I'm interested in you.
Yeah.
But I'm only wanting this. And she was crying. I was like, well, that's all I needed. And I was like maybe 25 at that time.
But
and I was like, okay, I just was like, yeah, I'm not the next person I deal with. Like, no, we have to be like legitimate. Like, this is it. No more situationships. No more me thinking that you like me, but you really talking to somebody else. And this
My uncle told me when I was like 10, like it was me and my little friend or whatever, and I don't even know where it came from, but he came in the house. He was like, man, all men are dogs. I said, damn, okay. Like, it just be the little stuff we hear.
And it's only gonna be 2 people or 3 people, your uncle and that case, that's gonna tell you that. Your daddy and your daddy and your brother, because they're the only 2 people that's not trying to fuck you.
Yeah.
Everybody else out to get you.
Everybody else out to get you.
So you better hide your kids, hide your wife, and hide your husband, because they're repping everybody about here.
So what do you do? Like, so say that's a fact. What do you do with that information? Like how do you, how does that affect how you moving through the world? You just gonna like suspect that from everybody and kind of like continue to have that wall up, or is it just the people the energy you putting out? You know what I mean? Because I think there's something to be said about that. With women, it's like you carry yourself a certain way. You might dress a certain. You're putting yourself out like a sex symbol for sure. But then sometimes.
What if you don't though?
Yeah.
I'm a sex symbol.
Yeah.
That don't mean you
with a potato bag, like don't matter.
It don't. Niggas don't give a shit.
It don't matter. You gonna always be a sex symbol to men. It doesn't matter what the fuck you got on.
And they be trying to put it on women like, oh, what you have on? Bitch, I had on a fucking sackcloth and like.
She look good wearing that shit though. You should have seen her.
He did not care. He still wanted to know what was up under
right.
She had on these sweatpants, bro, man.
No, for real.
It's just serious. It don't matter. It just don't matter.
It's kind of like a catch. Like her uncle just said that, right? Her uncle came in. All niggas are dogs. You're like, oh my gosh. Okay. Right? And then you grow up and then you're meeting boys.
And you meet all the pit bulls and Rottweilers.
Right. They gonna know what kind of dog you want. Like,
you don't want no poodle?
Yeah,
shit.
It's hard. It's really hard. And it's hard because you love men because you're raised by them or they're around you in your family. But then when you go outside, it's like, you can't trust nobody out here. But then you like these people. You like men if you do or whoever. And then it's like you trying to navigate how to date them, how to talk to them, how you should be, like how forward should you be, like what should you like?
I got a
wear?
question.
You nigga over, should you wear what you normally wear, or should you put on a fucking robe? Like what should you do?
I got a question for all 3 of y'all. What have you ever put yourself in a situation where you? I guess how I'm trying to say this. do you find yourself being attracted to the men who don't seem to want you, and the men who do want you, you don't want?
That, well, like the cat and mouse shit?
Yeah.
I was going to say that because that has a lot to do with it, too. Yeah. You know what I mean? If you admire whatever it is, like a stable man, a handsome man, this and that, like we always would say, like that man usually has a lot of options, too, to where you bring in all these other things.
So a man that's like
you know what I mean?
very attractive, appealing, and this, that, and the other, they have like...
Because all the women want the same shit. All the women want that same man.
Like
unlimited. So so them type of niggas, they fuck you over for sure. And they be like,
especially ones
they're
that
like,
really cute.
selling down when and where, how?
You know he cute.
Yeah, because I can have you like, or you be my main. This is kind of what I'm going for. But all these other fine bitches over here, I'm gonna have to holler and see what they got too.
Damn.
And it's addicting. I feel like it's addicting, kind of like what you said, like
somebody turn 21 every day.
You know, celebrities like, oh shit, you know, like,
somebody turn 21 like, every day.
You can have this. It's the opposite. Women like, oh no, you know, hey, can I? What's up? No, and niggas like. Looking all good, like, yeah, what's up? Because the women, they peeping. Like, where can I fit in with you?
Yeah,
so it's like, that shit's wild.
Do you find yourself being attracted to like, I guess if you see a man, right, that you, I guess that's not really cute or whatever, but you just like, I can kind of whatever, but to the guy who's like
hard to look at,
to the guy that's like cute, do you see yourself being like? Do you like a man that has that option, or would you prefer a man who like don't? You feel me? Like, are you attracted to a man who's attracted that other women are attracted to? That's what I'm saying.
So I say yes.
I like men.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, I've been in a situation like that with somebody who's very, very attractive. Yeah. That a lot of people thought, oh, it's so fine, blah, blah, blah.
Because I had girls who question, like, damn, why nobody talk to him? Is he ugly? Is he just fine to me? Or like what is that? You know what I'm saying?
Wow, really? Dang.
Not me, but shit. I'm just saying, I know females that's like, no.
But
I don't give a fuck how you feel about me. If I got you, I got you. I don't give a fuck who see me as what.
My boyfriend now is attractive. Like, I think that, you know, people still try to, like, back their eyes and joking, flirt and all that, but yeah, I don't know. I mean,
can I say something? So with all of this, I know, right? I be thinking and shit. So talking about all we talking about, like the person that I get with or get interested with and give them my time or whatnot, the communication really has to be big, and I have to be like so cool with them to where we both had to have, like, I guess some tough skin or just like a sense of humor to be able to talk about those things. You know what I mean? Whatever I went out, like, oh man, you should have seen what this girl did today, or she grandma, did this and this, and that woman has to be so secure to be like, oh shit, let me, like, where you at? I'm about to just pick you up. Like, we got to be able to joke about it to where I feel like if more relationships were like that and not so insecure, not so jealous and all that, then it would alleviate a lot of those things. And then because like people cheat and everything when they feel like they can't be themselves, but I could be myself with this other girl. You know what I mean? If I can't do no freaky shit with my girlfriend, I'm gonna do it with this person. That's how these cheating scenarios and secret lies and shit develop. But I think it all comes back to like having them conversations before you
get into
mess
a
with a person.
It's like, let's be friends. Let's figure out, do we really even like each other? And I feel like people just be like, no, I just want you to be my boyfriend or my girlfriend or whatever. And then they be like, you know what? I really don't even like you.
Oh, I've been there.
Yep.
Looking across at somebody like,
you see them all the time. Like, how the fuck at restaurants and they ain't talking to each other, ain't this and that, or the girl still post hella selfies on her Instagram. Like, that's like a big green light for everybody. Like, they in a relationship, but she ain't she 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Yeah. And I think that's how things develop when people ain't on the same page. You know what I mean?
I feel like guys be having like issues.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because
guys be obsessed with the Instagram.
Because let's be real, Instagram, statistically speaking, Instagram is the #1 dating app in the world. Yeah. So
I actually my cousin was telling me, she was like, she's lesbian. She was like, we don't use Instagram like the straights do. And I was like, what? What you mean?
You got offended?
I was like, first off, bitch, I ain't the straights. What is that? Like, what does that even mean? And she was like, no, no, like this is how we meet people. Like we just like on Instagram. Like it's just so much easier. You can like look at their pictures and you can tell. And I was like,
you can tell they vibe. You can feel like
that's what she
It could be a lie.
said. And I was like, I don't see that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and niggas figure that out, that it could be a lie.
Yeah.
So
right.
because now you can only see what I'm posting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I like you, I'm not about to stalk your Instagram.
Yeah. See, men. Well, I don't know all men, but some men are very critical of an Instagram. Like if you're in a relationship,
Oh my gosh, I do.
Very
Like, I've been
critical.
seeing your Instagram. I was like, bro, are you?
Critical
I
is
like
no
really
way.
be watching my
Looking
stats.
for
like,
Somebody
things.
told me that I had a childhood friend, and
You be
he was like
everywhere.
asking me about my dude's barbershop and this and the other. Then he said, "Are you guys still together?" I was like, "Yes."
here it comes.
And then, and then he said that he went. You know, he didn't see a lot of pictures of him. And I said, well, we take a lot of pictures, but you know, I usually just post like, you know, like occasions or whatever. I was like, but
Keep your relationship to yourself.
on there. Yeah, I mean, I don't have to feel like if you know me though, you know me, then you know that I have a boyfriend. You know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I'm not giving you no type of vibes and this and that and all this other shit.
Yeah.
No, you're not getting that from me.
Right.
You know, so you don't have to be plastered all over social media for you to know that.
What is your
Now, if you're catching up, because again, he's a childhood friend, I've been talked to him in depth in that way. Sure, but that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say like men definitely look at Instagrams like this is what's on the menu. You know what I mean? So if you posting like, you know, sexy selfies and this and that, and you could have a little ring emoji like you married, have the man's
don't care
Instagram,
about
all
that.
that shit.
That's all that shit.
But
Niggas
you
don't care.
still, why you on the menu like this?
Niggas
And that's what goes through
niggas
men's
ain't
mind.
shit.
You know what I mean? And that's
I care though. I care. I do because I don't.
Oh, he care.
I do. I don't talk to a female who got a dude. I'm not finna ask either though. I can tell you that much. It's your responsibility to tell me that. I'm not.
for
I
sure.
was
I'm
talking
not
to
finna-
somebody and I went on their Instagram like after like I was talking to them and then like they moved like they fucking moved like I was like damn I didn't even know they was gone so like that was just kind of the end and then like I seen them when I went to Vegas.
Oh, okay,
watched
yeah,
it. And then I was like oh, okay you know whatever he's like why you never called and I'm like
And I never.
I mean why I never called like people do all types of stuff when they move away they get in a relationship they get married or you know they have more kids
Yeah.
and, you know you probably was like I ain't fucking with her like I mean,
Right.
what I'm supposed to do? Blow you up? And I was on Instagram and she said, husband.
Oh.
He like, why you never hit me up? Shit.
never
He like, wait a minute, nigga. What
Right. Talking about winding him.
glad I
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
He hit you like, what? We still cool though, right? We.
I'd be curious to see the wife's Instagram, what that would look like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
The
motherfuckers be
wife's
thinking,
Instagram probably got pictures of the
Of
whole
the family,
family
yeah.
and all types of stuff. It's pretty
Maybe.
interesting. I've
You
met.
never know.
It might not. I mean,
Yeah.
I know some people and they're married and they look
That's
like
crazy.
single people.
Yeah.
This
They
life is
post-
fun,
like,
ain't it?
Like they went on a vacation. I knew
Well,
that
how
they
can
were
you-
on vacation and the husband was posted as if like
He was
to
by
the neck.
himself. But that's the thing too.
that's
when
when you
you
know
meet
it's
people,
one
how
foot
do you
in,
know?
one foot out.
That shit is
But
weird.
how do you know? Like I had somebody tell me before that, like I would assume that you're single, but how? Like you just thought because of what?
Because of your
He might have looked
Instagram.
at your
No.
gram.
That's your profile.
Basically.
That's your
No,
resume.
they was talking
dating
about-
Let me tell you this.
It was.
You got to be careful with these music quotes y'all posting, these little one-liners and
He
shit.
said that. And I'm
Motherfuckers
like,
take that to the
wow.
Because
neck.
maybe you don't like.
Motherfuckers take that. I mean, not to the neck, but to the head.
Yeah.
Like they like, oh damn, oh she ready to fuck. Like off a
Yeah.
little ass quote. That's how small men's minds are. We
Yeah.
see one
Like
little
a
thing.
peanut.
You know what I mean? You
Or
hug
like they don't
us
see you
for
with
3
the
seconds,
person,
and we like, oh
like,
shit, she wanna fuck.
I remember that.
Like that shit is
Yeah.
real.
I was like, how? Like why?
Yeah, it's very subtle, like little subtle things, long hugs. Oh,
Yeah,
I
I
knew
that's
she.
just like the
I
when
knew
you
she
said,
wanted to
you
fuck.
Knew that you had a relationship because I was like, all right.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it wasn't
Yeah.
like
Oh,
right.
yeah.
It wasn't
So you're like,
oh,
nice meeting
I
you.
was like,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, nah,
Damn.
for real. It's a lot of little. Is there anything that you guys look for on men's profiles that'll be like, oh, you know what I mean? I guess not,
not
because y'all can
looking.
pretty much choose whoever,
I don't
huh?
really look.
They don't have to look.
If I look, it's
Niggas in
like,
their DMs all day.
Yeah.
Dick pics all day.
For sure.
Oh,
For sure.
no.
Yeah.
that.
Y'all ain't looking at Instagrams?
I look at
You ain't looking at how somebody dressed, maybe, little car they drive.
Looking,
like, he dressed cute. I can maybe,
I have opinions, but that's the same thing for a woman. Like,
I usually meet the person first,
good.
then get their Instagram.
Yeah.
Like, it's really like, oh, I was like, what's on the Instagram? And I was like, oh, he's kind of cute. Like, and then eventually I started talking to him. Like, I've already met you.
In person.
And then later, I'm going to be like, well, what's your Instagram? Because I don't usually, that's not how I'm just like, oh, what's your Instagram right now? Like, no.
Yeah.
Let me get to know you because you might
I didn't
be
say
worth the
niggas
follow.
like
So,
shit. Niggas be
I
getting.
don't want to have to block
That's
you
niggas.
later.
That's niggas form of numbers now. Hey, what's your Instagram? What's your Instagram?
It is.
Like,
You can put your best foot forward.
Though, like people in our age group doing this?
yes.
yeah.
If you on the
What's
scene
Instagram?
like that and you out and about like that, I
See,
think
I don't
so.
know. I'm removed,
I think so.
I don't know.
Yeah, that might be it too.
And that-
Sometimes I actually like to like for people I've met recently. And
So you
I was
don't
like,
have
he
that
wasn't-
close
He wasn't
access?
like, oh, he was like, what's your Instagram? I was like, here's my Instagram.
Kind of
You
like
know
that.
And I made him follow every
Going
page.
to Charmane's world.
Yep.
I'm like, shit, in your case, you can't do that. You gotta give motherfucker your Instagram. Like, here you go. Check out the podcast. All right.
Make sure you subscribe.
There goes the Instagram, whatever.
Show me that you like me, motherfucker.
Right,
Shit.
huh? Exactly.
Here go my cash app. You motherfucker. Shit.
Support the cause.
You know?
I knew a guy really liked me because he went to my website and read my blogs and started telling me about them.
That's what's up. That's how you get somebody.
Yeah, that
That's
too.
another way to
Yeah.
Got in your head.
Nigga
got in your head.
Yeah, I read that.
That's some shit I do.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're not interested in what
Like,
the
I
other
really
person
like her. Let me
says.
go
to
through
your
this
Just
shit.
show some sort of interest.
Hit her up on the DM. Hey, I was
sure,
reading that
for
little
sure,
quote
yeah.
that you did, man. That shit was deep, man. And I.
That's a line.
Then you gonna
right
hit
there.
back with that? Oh yeah, you know. I'm like, yeah, I got it. I think I got it.
That reminds me of Brown Sugar.
I think I warned him up.
When,
Kelby.
She's like, oh, so what you think of this one? He was like, oh, it was good. She's like, okay, but what about it was good? And he was
Kelby
like,
didn't read shit.
I didn't really read it. No, she said, you didn't read it. He said, no, I did. He said, but I read mine though. Like, what about me?
He was like,
Like-
when I'm on a plane, I'm gonna read all of them.
Yeah, like every little note.
Yeah, but nah, it's definitely a whole nother language on Instagram. You know what I mean?
I can only
People
imagine.
slide down like a picture from 3 weeks ago.
I
hella
block-
late.
I
That's
block.
all little.
I've done that before.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go all the way down. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Oh yeah.
and I'm gonna wait.
Dame ain't got no clock, so I just went to throw it.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Dame like, how we on time and shit. He like, fuck do I know, motherfucker?
Going over.
He like, you.
But nah, that's interesting though. Yeah.
Tania brought up something about dating, about like was it sex life, or
Oh, it's excellent.
how does that play a part in like dating? So
In dating?
yeah.
Yeah.
So do you think if the sex is whack, you're just gonna break up with her?
My personal opinion, it doesn't bother me because I'm the performer, so I don't look for shit.
Whack sex?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to dive into. What
Well, I
constitutes
can't
it being
define it
whack?
for you.
I know, like, what's
I mean,
What's
I
whack
can't
from
do-
y'all?
I can't
For
do-
y'all?
No, I'm asking you. I can't.
So whack.
I
Okay.
can't tell
I'll
you
open
what
it
whack
up.
sex is for you. I don't know.
So whack sex to me would be not willing to do certain things, not very,
Just
not very
limitations.
adventurous, a lot of limitations. Like it'll definitely put me in a space like, well, what are we doing here? You know what I'm saying? And it depends though.
Midway, right?
Yeah.
You want to let me do
I
it?
thought we was
What are we
fucking.
doing?
It's right there. It
You
seemed like
said
you wanted.
you was a freak, okay?
Yeah.
You just lay there
No,
like
you said you was open.
Yeah.
So now you seem very
just
closed.
like little things. For me, I get how you say, I get turned off real easy. You know what I mean? Very, you gotta. To me, I like confident women. How we always talk about like the lights off and shit. If everything gotta be hella dark, I'm already. It ain't happening.
Like,
It's
okay.
not
Like, I
happening.
can't even
You like,
see
like,
Yeah.
like
what
lights
we
on.
doing.
Yeah. Like shit, I can see better shit in my mind. If that's the case, you feel me? Like, God damn.
Man.
So that's a big one for me. Confidence is just a big one. You know what I mean? It ain't, I'm not even super official like in the looks. You feel me? You could be 300 pounds if you got that little sauce like that. I ain't tripped. Like, okay, let's do it. You know what I mean? But that would be whack. You know what I mean? For sure. Just not being able to, not want to do shit. Sometimes talking hella shit, like talking yourself up. You know what I mean? Just doing too much.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I'm like,
oh,
man, shut
that's
up.
weird.
Because when it get down to it, like all that shit shut down.
shit up.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Shut your ass up.
Man. I'm like, man. You know, but like through the text, like for real, like on the
That's
whatever through texting and this and that, just like shut up, like we gonna see.
You're not.
You know what I'm saying? That's what we gonna see.
You a liar and you always been a liar.
The truth ain't in you. Are you?
Oh my god.
Oh man.
But what about you?
I told you I'm a performer, so I don't.
Yeah.
He's the act.
See,
He's the act.
I'm the one that can possibly disappoint, because if I'm not performing that day, then it's just oh shit, it's bad. It's
to
bad.
me, to me, it's not even just the like straight intercourse. It's how you carry yourself, how you move. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
See, I think what the difference with
Have you ever dated somebody with no sex appeal?
Yeah, I don't think so.
You don't fucking know. You've been the same person for 20,000 years.
And
Like,
yeah, but we've been around. So,
No.
nah.
No.
I don't know what that. I don't know what that means.
I don't think because of
Like, I don't know what that means.
I highly
Well, why you just start with that? You over there racking your fucking brain.
Because of how
What is it?
Shit, malfunction. I'm like, I don't know, because I find different shit attractive. You know what I'm saying? So
That's
like the shit about the sweatpants and shit like that, like not trying to look attractive. I'll find that attractive. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh damn, there's something about her. You know what I'm saying? Like it's little shit.
Find a way.
Yeah, it's.
You'll find out.
Yeah, I will find a way to like you. I will find a way to like you.
It's a fine line with me on that though. Like you could still look real cute in some sweats, but if you got sweats on because you just didn't have the energy to get up and do nothing, then that's not.
I don't think that far into it. You know what I'm saying?
That ain't gonna work.
I don't think that far into it, because I just think like, damn, I hit. You know what I'm saying?
I guess I'm pretty judgmental. I ain't gonna lie.
I thought this was
Judges.
Yeah, until it comes to that shit. Yeah. You can be hella fine if you do one little thing. It's just like.
I thought this was judges, not until it comes to that shit.
We ain't on the podcast like that shit. That shit is off.
He like really let us know his true
area. That's why I said like
area. I love it.
I'm transforming, but I'm also very, particular. I have certain things that I ain't gonna budge on. But I also come with it too. Like I'm not gonna be doing this with whatever I ask out of a person, I'm gonna do the same.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I think the difference between me and the difference between me and him though. The difference between me and him though, like he looks for more out of sex. Like I'm looking at just sex. So you don't have to have your head on right. You don't have to feel like this. You don't have to be confident. You ain't gotta be none of this shit.
You barely gotta be breathing.
You just gotta be willing to fuck. You just gotta be willing to fuck, and I'm good.
It don't matter. It don't matter. I'm the
Oh my god.
I'm here to do my thing, and you just be grateful.
Yeah.
And sometimes I feel like an asshole. I remember one time I was just like, damn. After I was done, I was. You ready to go home? I didn't know how to come off because I didn't want her around. You know what I'm saying? Like you ready to go home? Then I'm finished. So
I'm
finished.
And that's good though.
Yes, I'm finished. No, get on that.
Oh my gosh, no! Second deal. So you can. Okay, you asked, what is that? Okay, so there's people that walk among us on the earth, and they don't have sex appeal. They just look like blank pieces of paper, right? They say stuff like, "Oh, I'm gonna fuck you real good." I don't believe you. I don't feel like you could do that. There's nothing like like just think like your favorite. I don't know your favorite finest fantasy person that you like, a singer, actor, whatever, right? Anybody. Yeah. And then there's people who are like on the other side, and they just they're just there. They're just not there. They're like trying to talk sexy to you, like, "Oh baby, yeah." You're like, no.
But that's what I was saying earlier. Like that's what I was saying earlier. With y'all, like majority of men are invisible to y'all. You know what I'm saying? So y'all all have that same bar. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what? To that point,
you were talking about like people who are like really attractive. I talked to someone who I felt was like so attractive. It was like, why are you talking to me? Like
I didn't
you're
think that.
hella fine. Like I thought that, but that's just my.
I thought you was like hella fine, but yeah.
I'm like,
she's like, yeah, that's it. You cute, motherfucker.
Because he probably sees something in you, and that's what I was gonna say. Them people you're talking about that don't have sex appeal, they gotta have something.
I looked up today.
You know what I mean?
was hella fine, and you want to talk to me.
I don't know.
I was like, recent. I was like,
you must think I'm a
I was
sucker.
like, do I look like a
And
sucker?
Reese said, girl, you so pretty.
I
You
know.
so
Thank
crazy.
you. Thank you.
So pretty.
It took me so long to get here, but like I was
Especially
like,
now, like I'm talking when I was young,
no, but and then
And
he
you
was
talking
like,
about
he
this
was like
happened.
light
This
skinned. I don't
happened.
like light skinned people, so I was just like, bro, why are you talking to me, bro? Like, what
I
is
must
it that
got
you
too many.
need? Like,
She
what
went
is-
home and
It
looked
was
at the
like
mirror
rent
like,
money, like rent money on her.
Oh
Oh
man.
my god.
she said, oh, you must even get some money out
Did
of
you
me.
feel
I'm
that?
Did he? Yeah.
Did
right.
you feel that
yeah.
like that energy? Because I don't know, I'm big on energy. You could feel shit. You could feel people's
Yeah.
agendas and they real.
No, I felt like he really was actually interested, but I felt that there was something like
that's something about you.
lingering.
But that's what I want to
that
say.
didn't
I
come
feel like
out.
something
It wasn't
about
me
you.
actually-
Yeah.
I want to say, what made you feel like
Yeah,
that?
that's something about you. Like
What? Like,
something
why I
inside.
felt like, why you
Though? Why he was like he was too cute or something.
Right.
Ooh.
Because I was slightly insecure. I mean,
And
Yeah.
on top of that too,
but then I was like, but it's something like.
yeah. But whoever this man is that's doing that, you. That's why I was bringing up. Do you ever think it gets old? Because for somebody that can get a lot of women, it almost gets old to where then they start trying to look for certain things. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I could fuck a fine girl,
I
whatever.
think that happens too.
Yeah, to where it's like
Definitely.
maybe
As they
Charmane
get
got
older,
something
they
else that I
change
want.
shit.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That shit really
But
happens.
also too, they be creating stuff that really is hard to find.
That's
You know, like just
that
really,
concept is what got me on. Like when I was talking about before, like I grew up with like that sex era, like everybody just showing this and that. So that I became numb in that shit. So when I see it, when I see like ass and shit on Instagram, it doesn't impress me. It's just like, oh wow, bitch, so what? It's not a big deal.
Right.
So when I see somebody with clothes on and that just looks like that's carrying herself like I'm like, damn, she's something about her. She's sexy in the motherfucker. Like it definitely happens for sure. Cause I don't find nothing sexy about being sexy. You know what I'm saying? Like
The scenario you said with the older woman, I wonder what that man, like how his energy was. Because if you like that, kind of like a player type to where you know that's your shit is getting women and conquering them, even if they ain't doing that whole thing. That's your worth. You know what I'm saying? To where if you don't ever get to the point where you're secure with yourself to where you ain't really got to show certain shit, you can be 50, 60 years old still on the chase. You know what I mean? But if you, as a man, you get to a point where it's like, I'm secure with myself. I just want a woman to like complete me and kind of, you know what I mean? Kind of be on the same level and be my companion. You know what I'm saying? Then you can, you know what I'm saying? Then you can grow out of certain tendencies. But when you're 20, that's your currency. That's right. That's what, you know what I'm saying? That's your persona at that time. You
But
know?
also too, even no matter what age, if you just honest.
Yeah, about what you want to do. Yeah.
And you're right. Like it be because you lie, just like anything else, because you want something or you want something not to be found out. It's for a reason. So,
but if I want to talk to you,
yeah, and you're gonna say no to what.
yeah, if I want to talk to you, and if I say this and that's gonna put me at risk for you not talking to me, then why would I do that? You know what I'm saying? I'm willing to waste your time. I'm willing to waste your time. So
fear in there. We're scared to get rejected. We don't want to be rejected.
who? Oh no, no. It's not.
I feel like that stuff is like passed down. Like I don't know, not many young men who, when they were younger, have been where you are as far as like saying whatever you feel like you need to say just to get like. It's almost like that's what y'all tell each other is what you need to do.
But you want to know what's crazy? Like you think that, but majority of men do that. They just don't tell you that.
No, I know that they do it. I'm just saying. At
Like,
some
how
point,
did
we
it
need
get
to
to
stop telling other young men that that's
To
what
do
you
that,
need to do.
But
or
it's-
not even tell, because y'all don't really talk.
No,
so
we
showing other young men like this is what you should do.
Men never really conversate to.
That's what I just said. Y'all
converse.
don't really talk. So like,
Dane was gonna correct me on that. It comes with experience. That all comes with experience. So if I tried this before, this didn't work, but I tried this and this worked. You know
So
what
let
I'm
me
saying?
ask you, let's
comes
put
with
it in
experience.
a real life perspective. Like if your son came up to you and was like, Dad, I'm trying to get this girl, I'm trying to have sex or whatever it is, what was the playbook you gonna tell him?
I'm going to see, with me, when it comes to advice, I like to know the situation. Like, okay, how you feel about it? What's this? What's that? What's that? I like to go into details. So I'm like, okay, if that's how you feel about it, why don't you do this and see how she responded to this. You know what I'm saying? And then if
Just
that's
like
cool,
step by step.
it's just step by step. I never have like a one shoe fit all type of thing because I'm big on relationships and shit. So I like
which is rare too.
I think it's a conversation
like
that we could do better at, especially if we're gonna talk about like how we're like raising our teens or preteens are coming into like their feelings and emotions and liking the opposite sex or same sex, whatever. It's understanding consent, understanding what that looks like, understanding boundaries and
to be completely honest,
like yes and no.
You guys create the market. We act the way we act because of you guys.
You know what? I don't really like how this is going. I just was talking about some weed and how we could do better. And you like you guys, and I'm like,
but we only do what y'all accept.
Yeah, very true.
That's all it is.
I don't like that.
I agree with it though.
Not really.
But that's why you have to have boundaries and expectations.
Even when you do have boundaries, they cross them.
Yeah.
But if you don't have, if you not, if you don't let me build anything,
so if you say, I'm not talking to him because he got a wife and kids or whatever, then cut his ass off. You ain't got to keep talking to him, but you talking to him. So now he.
I was talking about teens.
Yeah, we're talking
about adults. So also too, that's the thing too. Yeah, you don't know because you don't know what a boundary is completely.
Yeah.
Or how to articulate.
I feel like that's a new
I don't want to talk about no kid shit because people doing that shit today. Like this ain't no.
Oh, I think I got boundaries.
The kids grow up and they become
be the same shit.
Yeah, the onus is on us to tell the kids to teach the kids. You know, with people right now, shit like
how
you
would
said,
you
you're already an adult.
Because I had an incident like my little brother one time, right? I wasn't the one to talk to him because I wasn't his fucking parent, but he had touched this little girl on her butt, whatever. So heavily she was white. My dad had a fucking fit.
So
that's
a whole nother podcast.
That was like
I would love to get on that.
That was a whole nother thing. But like, but then I had someone else do the same thing, and it's like, okay, you know, why'd you do that? Because kids don't know how to control it. You know, they just doing either what somebody else is doing or because they just felt like
must be the rap videos.
Right, it just felt like that's what he wanted to do. But it's like, you know, there's a conversation that should have been had. Though that actually was had, and you know, coming to my dad, but just, you know, that she's a person. You can't just go and touch her because you felt like it. Like you just don't do that. When you're at school, what you doing touching on people? Right. Like there's like those types of conversations, and that's where it starts when they're small because it's like a story. It builds and it builds. And so it's like, okay, well, when you go on a date, you know, what's that like? Like y'all just gonna be touching on each other? Like, I mean, like there's a way that you can do things, and if that's what y'all want to do, then you need to know that this other person is okay with it.
Yeah.
Like, how far, like, what do you want to, okay, so when you guys are together, how does it make you feel?
Right.
Well, I feel like, you know, and it's like, okay,
because
that's fine, that's normal, but like, if she's like, no, like, no means no.
Right.
Like,
or
and I
sometimes
feel like that's
I
what
say
we don't
not
always
even
know.
know, right? Like, what was that situation with the Indian Middle Eastern actor, and he had sex with the woman, and she was saying, like, she really didn't want to have sex, but she didn't say no.
Oh, it can go into coercion.
You know, it would be like, oh, and he was like, man, he's like, you know, he never had no issues that's been publicized or anything like that, except for this situation. And he was just like, I missed it. You know, I missed the fact that she was kind of giving me hints,
the signals,
right? Signals, but he didn't read into them. And so then she was like, it's not like he raped her. He just, after it would happen, it was like, oh my gosh, I feel uncomfortable.
Yeah. I thought she was playing hard to get, or like, you know,
that
no means yes type shit.
Like, we played like cards or whatever it was, or she watched Jeopardy with me. So you have no idea.
And you can wake up and now you got a case because somebody went home and thought about it and talked to somebody and was like, you need to share your story. And you're like, well, exactly. I didn't feel like it. And I did tell them
that you have to be, but that's the thing, you have to be clear because sometimes you're right, you don't know. Like,
and that's the scary part with men now. Like we can't even talk to y'all because everything's offensive. Everything is this and that. So it's like, shit, we don't even know how to talk to y'all.
It's just having a conversation and just being clear.
But being clear.
Like I met a guy that I like. This was the first person I ever met who was like super clear. I think he like really taught me about communicating. And he was like, okay, you were gonna come over. What time? So what we doing? You spend the night? Okay, so then what we doing? Like, how's this gonna go? Like, cause you want to have drinks when you come over. You want not. You want to go out. Like, you want me to just take you home. Like, he was so.
That sound like a nigga who been through some shit.
Let's just let the night go.
You see what you just said though?
So that's very interesting. You said that because I have like
and you know,
parameters. Like you come to my house late at night, we having drinks, we are having sex. Like that's happening. Like What else we doing?
When I was late at night, we having drinks, we having sex. That's happening.
What you gonna do?
Like,
get drunk and drive home drunk? No, we fucking. We gonna, you go sober up. You go probably sleep over. Like these, like I think as adults, we know what we signing up for. You know what I mean?
But what if you come over and then she's like, I know it's late, but. I'm gonna go home. Like,
why you didn't make that clear before you brought your ass over here?
So what? I still can't come over. I still can't come over.
So the big factor is the drinks thing.
Yeah, turn around.
You have to be careful with the drinks
or whatever. Like at least a couple drinks, pour me a couple drinks.
Yeah. I think we need to do that in the daytime and be in a public place, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
I think we should do that in the daytime.
Yeah. You said that works best for me. So don't even.
And I'm not gonna say like. Yeah, and I'm not gonna say like if you come on, we haven't like I don't say it, I just know it. You know what I'm saying? Like I just know what's gonna happen. You know.
Why was she like, "Woo, these drinks was good." So
have a good night.
Yeah, I'll call you tomorrow.
If that happens, that means something had happened. Like I might have said something, and I'm like, okay, that happened. But if we vibing and we do like, come on, we know what's going on. Like,
why was she vibing? She was
like,
go
get in my own bed.
Yeah, why was she just like, I need to control myself. Like,
yeah, that's happened before. That happened one time. I remember one time that happened. Yeah,
I wasn't prepared.
I gotta get away from you. Like maybe she wants to. But
it's not a good day today.
And she was, you know what? And she would say that, and she convey that, and then I'm like, okay, at least I know that's what happened here. But it's like to come and do all of that, and then be like, I don't know why. Whatever. Why he was giving me them eyes like we was about to do. Like, what you that like? We don't need to do. You don't. If you want to just talk and shit, like we could have did that. FaceTime me or do something. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is an event that we doing. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like people drink to loosen up, to feel a certain way. A lot of women do that. They want to have a couple drinks to loosen up and be a little, turn they little conscious off. Like, oh, you better not fuck. They want it. They damn well you consciously turn that shit off when you start drinking because you want to turn it off. No. That happens before. That happens to some people.
I drink and my shit goes like I'm more alert.
Really?
Alert.
On a one-on-one environment?
I'm more alert.
So,
but I am relaxed. Like this alcohol it works. But
so what got you to the point where you went to that house and had drinks? Because that depends on a lot too. You know what I mean?
I just chose like I want to go. I want to hang out, and if we're gonna have drinks, then we'll have drinks. But, in my head, I always think like, okay, am I going home or am I staying? Can I go home?
Oh, yeah.
Or can I even stay, sir? We don't know how you living.
Yeah.
Can I stay?
Oh, I've been there too. Like,
you get there and you be like, no, you can't stay here. Sorry, you set up tub.
I don't know if it's just because I'm a man, but I never went anywhere with the idea of staying a night. Like I'm always coming home. Like that's always my thing. Even if we're doing something, I'm leaving. I'm coming home tonight. So. Yeah. It might be 2 a.m, 3 a.m, but I'm not sleeping over.
I'm rarely like a sleepover person, but like if I know you, like I said, the one guy with the super good communication, like I would stay over there. Like
see the communication.
That's I felt like I could stay over. Like I felt like when I'm there, like this is almost like my house.
Yeah. See, I would do it with women though. Like we have them just like slept over. It's like just because I don't mind it, but as far as like me staying at somebody's house, I'm just like I'm not. Yeah, I'm going home. I got it.
That's because they didn't do it right. If your ass can't go to sleep, that's what that means. Yeah, just FYI.
She like, no, that nigga put it down. That's why I couldn't go to sleep.
Sometimes you can't sleep in new places.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, I've heard people saying that too.
It's very hard. Like you might have 2 pillows, and I'll be pissed off.
And that's part of. I think that's part of the reason with me though. It's like I never feel comfortable sleeping over at nobody's house. I never feel. I can never get comfortable. It'll never happen.
Yeah. I usually have to look at my calendar like what I got to do next day. Like, can I go to work later? Like, because sometimes like you don't fucking sleep. Yeah. Even if you don't do anything, I still don't sleep that well. But
it's just if I'm hanging out, I don't plan to go to sleep. Like I'm planning on being up all night. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't plan on going to sleep and like, all right, good night. I'll see you in the morning. Like I'm chilling all night. And if I'm still up, then you about to go to bed. All right, mother, go home. Shit. I don't know.
That's what she wrote. Right?
I think it just depends on the activities.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if we drinking, we sleeping this off. You ain't about to send me out the house driving, get a DUI and all that. You know
but that's what I'm saying. Like I just stay up later.
Yeah, like
I stay up later and be like, man, let me sober up.
You got me invested. That's real.
You
have to put me in danger and shit.
Hey, get me in trouble. I ain't about to die tonight.
Yeah, it's
about to send me.
Yeah, it's like you know, then you start making plans. Like, hey, when we get out, you know, we'll order breakfast, whatever. Like something. I think it's breakfast? Real soon you know what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? Your eyes gonna tell you what's gonna happen through that whole night.
They get breakfast?
Sometimes, yeah, you know what I mean?
Do you cook it?
Either way. If I got groceries, we'll cook. You know what I mean? Like,
okay, is it good?
He said, if I got groceries,
I can cook. I can cook. I can cook. I had a couple foods. I had a couple foods. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I don't know. I think it's all in the energy and the eyes and everything. You know what I mean? People could, you know, and that's one of my things. Like if you're very shy and looking down and this and that, I can't do nothing. Like, what am I do with this? You know what I mean? And I was like, tell you, like, this ain't gonna happen. You feel me? I need you to be snappy. You know what I'm saying? That's real. What do you say? I know what I like. That's what you always make it sound better. You know what I mean?
I just said I said you're not controlling, you just in control, and you like what you like.
Yeah, it's like, you know, that's what I require, and I'm gonna bring the same energy, and I'm not gonna ask to borrow $50. You know what I mean? Like,
so do y'all like a certain type of woman?
When it comes to like type, it's more personality trait. Yeah. Yeah, as far as like look goes, that shit don't matter. Well, as you get older, that shit don't play a part no more. That shit, you over that. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, for some people. Yeah, for some people. I wish, you know, some people would be really.
Look cute.
But that's because that's a status thing. That's just somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Because I'm gonna tell you why that is though, because your personality would change the way you look. You know what I'm saying? So she may not be bad to everybody else, but she's bad to me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't give a fuck how anybody else sees it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, you know,
I think you develop more of that too as time goes too. If you're dealing with, you know, a lot of pretty women, but then their personality ain't over there, you start to be like, man, fuck this shit. I'm about to try some different shit, and then you start
every boy that every partner that I had,
those sevens go
every partner,
the sevens got everything.
Every partner that I had that asked me how their girl looked, and they asked me about their girl, I always ask them, what do you mean? You know, like, you know, is how she cool? I'm like, you want to know how she look or what? I'm like, do you like her? That's always do you like her? Yeah, then who gives a fuck? Why are you asking me? Who gives a fuck how I look at her? You know what I'm saying?
Like the dude I talk to.
Well, that's just because I get it.
Fuck, bitch, I don't want you to like him.
No, but
I get it asking me because niggas value my opinion, I guess. I don't know. But they know I look for character and shit. Right. You know what I'm saying? So they're just like, is she cool? But I know what he really meant though. And I'm just like, I
look good.
Nigga, I don't care. Do you like her, nigga? Right. Shit, if you do, obviously you do because you talking to her. So who gives a shit? I can tell you if she an asshole or not. That's what I can do for you. But hell yeah, I'm never wrong about those, bro. I can spot those out. So I know the energy. I'm like, bro, she ain't a fit, bro. She not a fit.
Last word.
Shit. Just not. We fucked up.
Except for he was like, except for when it comes to that.
When it comes to that shit.
Real judgmental. Yeah. What about you guys? What you want to leave it off with?
Do some plugs.
Last word. You can catch all of us at Podcast 101. It's on October 9th.
And what is your podcast?
My podcast is called Charmane's World Podcast.
Where do we find y'all?
Like me.
Where do we find you?
I know.
Oh, my bad. You can find me on Instagram at Charmane's World and on Twitter, Charmane's World. And I don't have Facebook. So.
And we are Surviving Adulthood. We are Surviving Adulthood Podcast on IG. Yeah, that's where you should just go.
Yeah. Find us there.
Yeah.
And talk about what's coming up, too, real quick before we get out of here.
Oh, so I kind of cut you off of that.
It's Podcast 101. You can catch us all there.
Catch us all there. All
of us. Yeah. All of us there. And pretty much it's like it's a meetup and a live show. So we'll have, we have 2 guests for our live show, Kevin Allen and Michaela P. Shelton, excuse me, and then it's a meetup, so you can meet other podcasters, other creatives, other people who are doing, this cool shit that we like to do. There'll be vendors, so there'll be food. Yes, there'll be food, there'll be drinks. I'm looking forward to the drinks. The other day, I was like, make sure you don't drink too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on.
So just come on out. Oakland's on, was it 1714 Telegraph Ave, Oakland, California. Yeah. It's at 101. So.
And what date is that?
October 9th.
October 9th.
It's a Saturday.
Did he not?
And where can they get the tickets?
You can get the tickets on Ticketmaster.
Okay.
Or you can just click the link in our bio.
Yeah. Yep.
So get that shit. We gonna be there. Let's get it.
Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
y'all.
I'm very excited.
Appreciate
y'all
it.
for
We're
coming
gonna
on.
run this shit back.
Yeah.
Because I definitely want to get on the race stuff too. That shit's very interesting to me.
For real, we need
For
wait,
sure,
what
for
about
sure.
We need that.
I don't know. We brought up something, and I was like, yeah, I want to.
He was like, yeah, that sounds like drama. Yeah,
I like
some
some goodness. Yeah.
All right, man.
For
Well, shit, we out. Case closed, baby.
All right, y'all.